Alright, Dallas 4-2 here, back with another installment in our 7 Days to Die game. We are on the morning of day 5. We're just getting ready to move out into the world. I'll leave some of these waters here, just in case of an emergency. Alright, we've got a quest lined up. Where is it? Down here. Let's put a little quick waypoint on the map. We're going to try and get, let's see, we've got 8 out of 10, so I think we have to finish 2 or maybe 3 more. And we're going to try and get those done today, because tomorrow, oh darn, because tomorrow is day 6, and day 7, wow, nice decapitation there. Oh, this is a new kind of zombie that you guys have not seen yet. It is I don't know what the specific name is for it, but it's like a more agile zombie, and it jumps around like this. I think they're called a spider zombie. They're not particularly tough, but they can jump and catch you off guard if you're not careful. Ooh, there's another kind of new zombie that we haven't seen yet. This is I think they're called a banshee zombie. And these ones, if you're not careful, they will scream and notify a whole bunch of other zombies that are in the area, and those zombies will come rushing at you. Okay, there's 2 more zombies over there. Right in the way of where we need to go. Got one. Put a shot on that one, but it didn't kill it. Come get some. Got one. Let's go get this one. Got her. Alright. All clear for the moment. Had to use a bit of ammo for that. That's a little unfortunate. This is that storage that we put down last time. I don't want to grab the stuff out of there yet, because we're on our way out to a POI. If I'm heading back home after the POI, and I've got a little extra space in my storage, I can go and pick that stuff up. I see the used car lot off in the distance. That's where we're heading. Always like to get these whenever I see them. Those nitrates and rotting flesh come in really handy. Alright, here we are. We're at the used car lot. If we wanted to get clever, we could loot all these cars and then activate the flag, and then come back and loot them again. But, yeah, we're kind of pressed for time, so we're just going to move on. Just try to get through it. I've aroused a zombie's hostile attention. Gotcha. Alright, moving on. Who did that? Got her. This is working pretty good. One shot to the head and then a stab. Eventually my gun will be powerful enough where one shot to the head should do it, but we're not quite there yet. Had a red T in it, that's good. Gotta go. Go up? Maybe I have to go up. Nope, it's this switch. That's right. It's a switch right there. Ooh. No, that one's not gonna come to life. That one's just a decoration. Gotcha. Took your head off. I can actually move this around a little bit. One thing I kind of like to do when I get to about this point in the game is sort my weapons from long range, medium range, short range. Just kind of... Then when you're wandering in the environment, if you're in a wide open area, you roll with the longer range weapon. You get to a shorter range area, you go with the medium range, and then if you must, you pull out your melee. Hey, a cooking magazine, those are always useful. And some food, always good. Mushroom spores, always good. Later on, we'll be able to cook something with those that's really good. Zombie back here. Oh, there you are. Didn't mean to pull that out, just kind of an accident. Got him. That one had a armor crafting book. Okay. Stash. Ooh, this has Grandpa's Learning Elixir. You get twice as much experience while you have that. Save that for later. Alright, here's the payoff room. First I gotta fight for it. Got him. Starting to look like I know what I'm doing here. Alright. Still sounds like there's an enemy nearby. Got that intense music on. Oh no, it went away. There's still a zombie outside. Oh, wrong button. Need to do that. Go get some. I just rearranged the weapons on my hotbar, and now I keep switching to the machine gun by accident. It's gonna take a little while to get used to. Car parts box. Got a repair tool crafting skill, that's handy. Build a claw hammer now. More 9mm ammo, that's very useful. There's a wall safe, let's see if we can pick it open with our lockpick. You don't really have to do anything, it just kind of counts down and it either randomly opens or doesn't open, and then if it doesn't, you gotta use another lockpick. Yep, we gotta use another lockpick. That one didn't work. That one didn't work. Hey, last time's the charm. Ooh, it's got 2 raw diamonds in it. Those are going to be valuable to sell to the trader. Fruit. A rifle magazine. Alright, let's get out of here. So now we're going to go back to the trader, and our house is on the way, so let's just go ahead and stop at our house and drop some things off. Ooh, there's a chicken over there. This machine gun's not really that accurate from long distance, but hey, we got him. Got him. Alright. A chicken is one of the small animals that you'll encounter, and if you can kill them, you can get meat. Meat, feathers, bones. They don't have nearly as much meat as that pig that we got a while ago, but 10 meat, nothing to scoff at, especially in the early game. Carcass, good for some nitrates and some rotting flesh and some bone. So is this guy for that matter. There's all kinds of stuff to loot, but I'm in a bit of a hurry here, I don't want to take too much time. Always stop for a mailbox, because they usually have books in them that improves your skill. So now I learned how to cook boiled meat and yucca juice. Might come in handy. Alright, now we're passing by this storage again. I gotta eat something. Passing by this again, so let's just open it up and hit this take all button. If I have room for it, it'll come with me. And now that this thing's empty, what I can do is I can go back to my map and I can just click on this, which is the logo that we put here earlier, and I can hit this button to remove waypoint. So now I know we don't have to destroy this crate necessarily, but we at least know that there's nothing in it that we need to come back for later. Swing by our house here and drop some things off. After after that, we're on our way to the trader to turn in the quest and get our next one. Got 1 or 2 more quests after this, and then we'll be done with Tier 1. Moving on to Tier 2. Big time. Alright. Let's get all this stuff sorted, put away. Got a mushroom spore. We can put that right on the wall. Goes over here. Yeah. We got a bow I'm never going to use. We can sell that. Lumberjack gloves. What does that do? Increases melee damage with axes. That's not going to help me because I don't plan on using axes. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that. Cooking. I got a charred meat. I should use that because it's not a very good piece of food. So we'll just use it and get it out of our way. The rest of this stuff can go away for now. Mods. I got a mod here. What does this one do? Decreases movement and stamina penalties from armor. Cannot be put into light armor. I meant to put this in our... This will improve our agility. We should definitely use that. Let's go here real quick. I don't need this headlamp, so I'm actually better off getting rid of that and putting that in there, and that gives me an extra agility point, which is really handy. And let me see if I can put... Sometimes it's a little tricky to find out what part of armor you can actually put these things in. There we go. I can put them in my shoes. There we go. So that'll make my shoes a little bit less movement and stamina penalty. Oops. There we go. Now we can put this headlamp one in here. That's not really that useful. Eventually I'll get a lamp on my gun, which will be handy. Bones. Those diamonds are for sale. Got more than 200, I'll put some in there. Steel tool parts. Okay, I got a medical blood bag. That can be used to craft medical stuff later. One of those in there. I think we're ready to roll after that. What we got in here? We got some of those, some of those, some of those. Alright. How much is this worth? Food 10, health 5. Food 10, health 5. Okay, same as that. Just take all that with us, that's fine. On with it. I said last night I was going to get rid of this thing because it's very easy to accidentally step on it and hurt yourself. One of my armor items has low durability. It's this one. What do I need to do to repair it? I need a repair kit to repair that. Let's go repair it real quick. I've got a repair kit in here. Repair. There we go. Alright. Onward. Check our dew collector on the way back.
If you drink all the coffee, I'll kill you. Wipe that smirk off your face. Doing one job doesn't make us pals. Got it?
Alright. There's, I think the 9mm ammo here is going to be the best thing I can get right now. And he's giving me a reward for completing the Homesteading Challenge group. This will give me automatic weapons, big mod, big drum magazine. This will give me assault rifle crafting skill. I'm going to go for the auto weapons handbook. We need another job. What's nearby? The Owens. I'm afraid the Owens residence might be the name of the one that I put my shelter in, and we don't want to take the quest at the location where we put our shelter, because if we do that, as soon as we activate that flag, it's going to reset the POI and it's going to ruin our shelter. So we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to, even if that, I'm not 100% sure if the Owens residence is the name of the place where we built, but I just want to steer clear of that just to be on the safe side. So let's go for this fetch at Bob's Cafe instead.
You better take this job. I'd say it's been an honor to work with you, but it would be a lie.
Alright. So we're gonna quickly check this dew collector on our way. Notice I got these pipes down here too. I don't need those. Gotta empty our inventory before we go to the POI so we can carry more stuff. So that has a murky water in it, and it's generating another one as we speak. You can hit R to automatically collect everything that's in there. We run up here, and we'll drop the murky water into our cooking supplies, and we'll drop that steel pipe into here, and out we go. Now we're sitting pretty on pistol ammo. My pistol's getting a little low on durability. I need to make sure I repair that next time we come back home. For right now, we'll be okay. Be okay for one more POI. I think I need some goldenrod flowers. I better just grab a few of these since I happen to be walking through this field that's full of them. Grab some cotton, some chrysanthemums, some plant fibers, why not? I'm a little low on all that stuff at the moment. Those chrysanthemums and goldenrods are really important because that's what lets me make the purified water. And the purified water is the best drink in the game, at least that I've found so far. So, we definitely don't want to run out of that stuff. Alright, that's good enough for now. Zombie down that away. Let's try our machine gun, see if we get a headshot. Missed twice. I think I'm not going to fire a third time because I'm still low on ammo on that weapon. Alright, here goes nothing. I see you. Tricky, jumping around. Luckily, he did not hurt me. Hey, a cooking mag. Those are always good. Register. Pile of books over here. Vehicle crafting. That'll come in handy later. Always a good thing to find. Got him. Insta-kill. Switched to the wrong weapon, but it got the job done. Machine gun obviously can, open up full auto fire, but you don't want to do that if you don't have to at this early stage in the game, because the ammo is so scarce. Just use those 3 items, and that clears up 2 inventory slots for us. Everything in here. Yeah, we can unlock that. Cornmeal. Ooh, that has a blueberry pie and a meat stew and a coffee. That's a really good stash right there. Alright, up we go. Gotcha. That was a little sketchy, but we made it work. Fireman's Almanac Volume 7. Learn emergency response driving skills to reduce collision damage to vehicles. Well, that will come in handy later. We got a biker outfit. We'll check that out after dark. Some ammo. Ammo's always good. Gun store box. Ooh, gunpowder and robotics parts. Okay, well, I'm not planning on using robotics, but who knows. There's the courier stash that we were looking for. Excellent. Let's get out of here. I'll fall down and hurt myself, so make sure we fall on something that's a little higher up. Like that. Alright, on our way back, we're going to drop some things off at home right quick. We're going to repair our pistol. Then we'll go to the trader. We'll see if that's enough to get a tier up. And if it's not, we're going to try to bang out one more quest before the end of the day. Bit of a run. We're going to get something very soon that's going to help us with that. I'm keeping it a little bit of a secret. If you've played this game before, you probably already know what it is. It's a little foggy out here right now. You see a little bit of dynamic weather effects in this game. A nice touch. sort our stuff and drop it off. We want to keep the ammo. So what I can do is I can put it all together and then take half. I can put it all together and then take half. Then we have some in storage just in case we need it. I don't use bow and arrow, so we can sell that stuff. We're just going to throw this armor in here for now. We'll take a closer look at that later. Cooking. Just put this stuff in here for now. We'll take a closer look at it later. A through F. G through P. H through... Does that say H? I shouldn't say H. It's P, Q. You should say Q. Should say Q through Z. There we go. Alright, the rest of that's fine for now. I'm thirsty. Let's drink one of those. Sort. Time is of the essence. A lot of this game comes down to just using your time wisely. Especially in the early days. Once you're better established, things get a little less critical.
Congratulations. Here's your reward, sucker.
Okay, so I can get a crafting skill bundle, I can get a forge ahead. These are always really good. So I think I gotta go for it. And we did complete Tier 1, excellent. So we finished Tier 1, we get some tokens, and we can choose any of these things, but man, in my opinion, you're a fool if you don't take the bicycle. It is such a huge game changer. You can build your own, but not until much later. So, and then he's going to give us a special job, which we can go to
I got work to
open
do
up
if you
a
don't mind
trading
getting your
post
hands
at
dirty.
Trader Jen in a different biome called the Burnt Forest. So we'll take
don't
that.
just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Go do the
And
goddamn job.
We might be able to get another job. No, we can't. We can't do another job. We can't do a Tier 2 job here until... Now we got rain. Can't do a Tier 2 job here until after we do that special job to locate Trader Jen. So that's going to be our next order of business, but not until after the Blood Moon on day 7. Because between now and then, what we want to do is just get prepared. The Blood Moon is a big deal. We want to be prepared for it. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let me show you how the bicycle works. Wonder, where is Trader Jen on our map here? She's way over there. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of time. We can kind of scout. Let's scout out this way and see what we find. We'll just head out that way on our bicycle. And I can show you how the bicycle works. And we'll see what we find along the way. And we'll just make sure that we're back home and inside by nightfall. So you put it in your hotbar and you drop it down. And there it is. And you can hop on. You can ride around like so. And you want to be careful not to run into things because it can cause damage. And it just makes getting from place to place so much faster. And you can actually use sprint while you're on it with the shift button. And when you're sprinting, it does reduce your stamina. But if you... Oh, I don't want to hit this fence. Let me get up a safer spot and then I'll show you how that works. Okay, so if you're sprinting and it's reducing your stamina, all you gotta do is just take your finger off the W key for a moment and coast, and it refills your stamina. So using that technique, you can really get around in a hurry. You just pedal for a few seconds, and then you let off for a few seconds. And you'll never run out of stamina if you do that. I also have, I'm partially a fortitude build, which helps me with stamina. So between that, like, you can pedal practically forever. There's a tool store, those are a good place to get some loot. There's a bookstore, that's a good place to get some loot. Keep that in mind for later on. Oh, here's a Zed. Hard to hit those twitchers in the head. Got him. Continuing on. See if we can find our main road that's going to take us over to that new trader. Can't really get in there just yet. There's some things we'll have to do first. We can at least do a little bit of scouting right now, because we still have a little time left in the day. Just kind of follow this road and see where it goes in the direction of that red flag that we put down. Got a lot of ground to cover and not a whole lot of time, so that's why I'm not stopping to loot everything. Let's see if we can find our way over here. Kind of going the wrong way. Let's go cross country here for a bit. Well, be careful when you're going cross country because it's very easy to run into boulders or other types of obstacles. You don't want to do that by accident. Looks like we've found the edge of the burnt forest. And you can go in here, but if you look on the bottom left, it shows like a campfire icon, and that's because there's a smoke hazard in this biome. And I can only stay in here for less than 3 minutes before I'm going to start having consequences, lose hit points or whatever. So, you don't want to spend too much time in there until you know what you're doing. And I'll show you something once we get back to our domicile later. Better hit this. There might be a honey in it. Honey's like liquid gold in this game, and it's worth its weight in gold. No honey in that one, unfortunately. So I can kind of scout out the edge of the biome here. This is where the two biomes meet. The green versus the brown there, or the gray. We're definitely going to have stuff to do here, but I'm not quite ready to dive into that yet. Right now we'll just scout it out. Scout out this boundary line. This is a interesting little spot where it kind of dips into the other biome for a minute. The other biome continues over here. Yeah, each new biome presents certain challenges. We'll get into that in more depth later. The most immediate challenge being that smoke hazard I told you about. So we don't want to go in there until we solve that, and I will show you how we're going to solve that. This is close enough I might be able to finish this. Yeah, that's quite a distance. I don't think I can quite make it that far. Look at all tree stumps. Gotcha. Yeah, it's about time to start heading back. It's almost 19 o'clock. Don't want to push it too close. I hit these other 2 tree stumps that I saw here. See if we get some more honey. Hungry again. So you can probably already see how useful that bicycle is, just to get around from place to place much faster than what we can do on foot. That's a huge game changer. There are other vehicles that you'll get later in the game, but I really do like the bicycle. I even use it later into the game. Let's see where this road goes. It'll lead us back to our hometown. It's a POI there. There's a rabbit. If I can get him. Don't get up, I insist. Where'd that rabbit go? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Don't feel good about taking that shot. Don't want to waste the ammo. You really kind of have to catch them unawares. Much easier that way. Alright, we're going back home. Let's just slap down a quick waypoint over there for easier visibility. Got her. There we go. Alright, so next time we follow that road and it'll take us where we want to go. It's kind of a weird POI. It's like sticking out in the road there. Oh, the bicycle's so nice to have. So much easier than running everywhere. Like I said, for that tier 1 quest reward, you pretty much have to take the bicycle. I just don't see any case where you wouldn't take the bicycle. Such a huge game changer. Just want to get back home as quickly as possible here, because night is coming very soon. We don't want to get caught out. And stay down. yeah, so pretty soon we'll be able to start doing Tier 2 POIs, and those are a little bit more difficult, and the loot is a little bit better, and I can show you what that's all about. But first, before we do that, we need to deal with the blood moon on day 7. We don't want to get too far from home or do anything too crazy, because day 6 tomorrow we're going to devote to building a horde base. I'll show you how we're going to do that tomorrow. I'll leave my bicycle right there. The zombies don't mess with it, so no worries there. Alright, we're back home. Good. Sort. The only thing I picked up was some water, murky water. So let's go ahead and sort that. Let's grab the murky water, because we definitely want to cook that. And some coal also. I'm low on coal. I might want to use some wood for a while. Water. It's going to take 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's close enough. Cook. Oh, this needed another 2 minutes because that didn't quite have enough to do its thing. Give it a little extra. Okay, that'll take a little while. What are we doing on those? Half in there. What other cooking can we do here? Some food. What do I have for grilled meat? I can cook 2 of those. I can cook boiled meat, but I don't think that's any better than the grilled meat, and it takes water, and water is still precious at this stage of the game. So we'll cook some more raw meat into grilled meat. It's going to require a couple more minutes of fuel. Alright, we'll come back to that in a minute. What else do we have here? Anything else that's any good? Cornbread requires water. Don't want to waste our water yet. We got a lot of things we're gonna unlock here in cooking that are gonna make our lives a lot easier, but it's gonna take a little while. We got to get some more skill books. Now we've unlocked yucca juice and goldenrod tea and red tea, which are nice. They're definitely better than the regular water. But we have had the good fortune to find that book about that taught us how to create pure mineral water early on in the game, and that's just plain the best water there is, the best drink there is, in my opinion. So we don't need to mess with that. Put that back. Alright, so one thing we can do to get ready for tomorrow is we need a lot of building blocks. I've got 20 building blocks, but we're going to need a lot more than that. How many can we build? I can build 99. It's a good start. I have to farm some wood before it's all said and done. In fact, yeah, I don't really have time to mess around here. It's almost nightfall. I don't want to be out there and get caught out. Let's go into our sneaking mode just to be on the safe side. I can put that in there. Let's see what we can build. How about that pistol? Can we build a better pistol yet? Do we have any glue? Got 1 glue. We could possibly make more glue, but it takes water. But that might be worth it. It's going to require some of those. Or is it? No. What does it take to build glue again? Bones and water. Okay. Regular water in there. I don't know if we can hear this in telephone ringing, but if so, I'll edit it out. Annoying. So we just gotta wait for that. Be a little while. While we're waiting for that, we need, just to be clear, we need 5 of those. Bone knife, can't do any better on bone knife right now. I already spent a bunch of resources on that, so that's probably going to have to carry us over for a while. Here, can I do a better stone axe? I cannot. Stone shovel, same thing. Could build a claw hammer. I don't have enough forged iron to build a claw hammer. There's some things in here. Let's take a look. We do want to build a forge as soon as humanly possible. Let's see if we can do this. Cobblestone. Cobblestone. A wood log is something I can craft. There it is. How you make a wood log out of 10 pieces of wood, I have no idea, but okay, we'll go with it. Got leather. We got 2 duct tapes. I need 1 more duct tape. How do I build duct tape? I can build duct tape with glue and a cloth fragment. So if I do that, I'm going to need 6 more glue to build my pistol, but I think it's worthwhile. Fragment. Now I got everything I need to build the forge, so let's do it. Take 20 seconds. So then, eventually, we're going to be able to do the workbench. That's going to be the next major important thing. But I'm only at workstations 5, and I need 10 to be able to do that. So can't do that yet. Alright, let's look for a good place to put our forge. Right here. That can work. About over here. You know what? I think I'm just gonna beat this thing up. It's gonna take forever. Do a little redecorating while we're at it here. There, that's a good place for a forge. Now, the forge lets us, what we can do is we can put these ingredients inside of here, either iron, brass, lead, sand, stone, or clay, and it starts adding those to here, and we can use them to build various things here. Some of the most important, you can make bullet casings and bullet tips, make your own ammo. You You can make cooking grills, cooking pots. You can make an anvil when you have a higher work skill. You can make things like forged iron and forged steel, which are very important. Yeah, so let's put some iron in there. Let's put some iron in there, and let's put some clay soil in there. I think these are pretty important, if I remember right, to make ammo. So what we'll do is we'll put this over. Let's not put it all in there, because we might need some more for something here or there. And then let's split that in half and split that in half, and just turn that on. And we'll start cooking this stuff down and adding it to our list over here. When we have enough, we can make forged iron, which we're going to need for some recipes real soon. But for right now, we can just let that do its thing. Okay, next we needed water. To make glue, I need to make 6 glue that we're going to use to make that pistol. So it's going to take a while to cook. We still got meat cooking and all kinds of stuff. I better add some more wood to this, just in case. Alright, let's see what else we can build while we're waiting. Oh, I wanted to look at that new armor piece that we got. Let's take a look at this thing. Hey, it makes us look and feel like a badass, then how about that? Full set. Increases max health. I mean, that's better than this primitive hood, primitive outfit that I'm wearing. But it is going to need some repairs. So let's go down here and get our repair kits. And let's repair it. There we go. Go to our character sheet. Put that in place of that. And it looks better. So you can actually hover over here. We can see if we select this and we highlight that, it shows us what would happen. So if we re-equipped the primitive outfit, our health would go down and our armor rating would go down, but our stamina, mobility, noise, and max durability would improve. So let's just try it for a while and see how it works. I think that extra armor and health would probably be useful. So we'll drop our primitive outfit in here now, and this one being obsolete, we can scrap it out. I know for a fact that the trader doesn't want to buy your primitive outfit, so you can just scrap it. Easily enough, we can make another one if we decide we want one. Primitive outfit. The primitive armor kind of sucks. The other ones give you special abilities and stuff, so... Oh, and then we wanted to figure out how to build this pipe pistol level 5. That's what we're trying to build. We just need the glue, so we're just waiting on the glue. We got 4 waters that are just kind of extra. We'll just throw in here for now. We do have 4 more mineral waters if we need later on, so... And we got a lot of canned food that we could eat in case of an emergency. We got this blueberry pie up here. So we're in pretty good shape with food at the moment. We're finally starting to get on top of that. What else were we going to do while we're here? I got 1 point available. I should put that into something. Agility. Sneak attack. About over here in fortitude. This would be nice to have. That would be nice to have. Wouldn't be bad to have. This is always good to have. I should probably put a point in that. Better headshot damage and dismember with machine guns, so that'll be useful for us. We got over here. Alright, that's the quest. We're just working on this opening trading quests. next chance we get. I've placed a forge, got experience for that. I've completed a quest here, got experience for that. Oh, and that was enough to give me another level up. How about that? So let's go over here. I get this one. Reduces food and water loss from exertion. Hold your breath longer. Chance of dysentery reduced. Buff from consumables lasts longer. That's a really good thing to have. I'm going to go ahead and get that. Just make us more survivable. Alright, we're halfway through our glues, and as soon as those are done, we can build a new pipe pistol that'll do a lot more damage. So instead of having to repair this, I'll just not repair that, and we'll just get the new one instead. 20 seconds on that. Then do a little redecorating while we're here, waiting around. Things up a little bit. Get a little bit of wood in the process. You can really decorate your shelter to your liking, but I don't usually spend a huge amount of time on that. I'm a form follows function kind of guy. That'll help a little bit. Relocate that. Nicer. Alright, we got everything we need for that. I'm also hungry, I gotta eat some food. Really would help if we had some better food available, but we'll get there, Alright, so now we're gonna build this better pipe pistol. Oh, since we're not cooking anything here anymore, we can just turn that off. It still has a little bit of fuel left in it. And here's our new gun. So, compared to the old one, it does 4.3 more range damage and has a lot better durability. So there we go. The old one we can just stash in here for later. Actually, I got two of them, and this one has the lower health. So I'm going to sell this one. Don't need two of them in there. What else do we have here? Put this bone away. Clay soil, cloth fragment, cobblestone rock, iron, leather. Alright, got everything else we need there. So, day 6 is coming up, and that's going to be, I can actually update this. So, day 6 is tomorrow. Actually, it's today, but it's really early today. So, day 6. Next session, next video that we make, we're going to deal with building our horde base, and I'll show you how to go about that. Then day 7 is going to be the blood moon. The blood moon doesn't happen until dusk on day 7, so we have all of day 7 morning to continue working on our horde base if we need a little extra time. And we'll try to survive the blood moon on the night of day 7. And then after that, we'll turn our attention to this new quest over here where we have to go and open up that new biome. Actually, I can show you right now the way this works. Is you click over, first of all, yeah, we entered the burnt forest, so we got a little XP for that. But this one, biomes up here, it shows you, this says burnt survival. So what you got to do is you got to find or build a shelter inside of the burnt forest. This tells you all the details of how to do it. Then we have to harvest mushrooms, which grow wild in the burnt forest. So we have to find them and harvest 5 of them there. We have to craft a black lung serum, which will allow us to survive longer while in the burnt forest. We have to use the black lung serum. We have to kill burnt forest biome zombies. So there's a zombie type called burnt, and we got to kill 5 of those inside of the burnt forest, and we got to kill 5 zombies of any kind inside of the burnt forest, which that might count towards it, I'm not sure. We have to harvest nitrate powder, which grows in nodes, resource nodes, like I showed you in the very first episode. There's resource nodes for nitrates out there in the burnt forest, so we have to harvest 250 of those. And then we have to gather all these resources together and craft a smoke gear item. Once we've done all these things, we can craft this smoke gear item and equip it, and then that'll allow us to go into the burnt forest without suffering from that penalty. So that's what we do in the next few days. So tune in next time for the day 6 video, in which we're going to build a horde base. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought about it, and I will catch you next time.